We're having a look today at the Hobie Mirage Lynx. My kayak of choice. I've had one for about 18 months now. We're just going to run through a few of the features, what I like about it, things you can add to it and everything like that. One of the main reasons I chose the Lynx was the weight of it. So they come in around the 20 kilos unrigged. So they're pretty easy to lift on a dual cab ute or an SUV if you've got a high car. We find a lot of guys that are going from fully rigged PAs and Outbacks to this sort of kayak because it's definitely a little bit lighter, a bit easier to manoeuvre around your car and manoeuvre in the water as well. Being a lightweight kayak, it doesn't take a lot of effort to go through the water. They float in real skinny water too. You can get them in sort of ankle deep water with the driver. So they're really good for that as well. So great kayak for those skinny little streams you want to get to, easy to carry around if you need to portage anywhere, light to carry as well. They do come with a Mirage 180 drive, so they have the forward and reverse as well, which is really handy in the fishing situation. Whack it in reverse gear if you need to drive away from snags and things like that as well. So great drive to have in that as well. Things you want to add, I've added H rails. That'd be the first thing I'd put on one of these kayaks, definitely. The H rails make mounting of gear a lot easier down the sides. Also, when you need to maneuver this kayak around, when you lift it up, the H rails make it so much easier. Definitely worth the money. You'll get them, you'll love them, no worries at all. I've got a deck pad on mine as well, which also cuts down some of the sound through the water, the splash, because this can be quite a noisy kayak, but you put the deck pad on it, and that way you've got to put anything on the deck as well. You definitely protect your deck a little bit. So you can add things to it as well. They've got the bungee cords at the front if you want to take an esky or a fish bag. Same at the back there as well. So you've got the rudder you can change to either side. So right hand, left hand steer, good to go. You've got a drink holder on the side, a little paddle clip there as well. There's a lot more accessories you can get on them. All the rail blazer fits into the T-mounts here, so you can mount whatever you want in here as well. One thing you probably would need to do as well, protect the bottom a little bit. So I know from experience what needs to be protected on the bottom. So we use the SUP rail tape, which protects the vulnerable areas on the bottom. It's not a kayak you want to be banging over rocks and oysters and things like that. So just that pre-preventative maintenance or the taping, when you buy one, it'll make this kayak last a lot longer. Definitely stops it from chips and that. Yeah, so if you need that done, we know exactly where you got to put it. I just look at my kayak where it is up in my garage and I can see exactly where it needs protection. So definitely something to add to it just to make that kayak last a little bit longer as well. So yeah, great kayak to fish out, super stable. You can put all your gear under the seat. You can add storage areas if you need to. So great kayak to fish out of around the local area. So yeah, if you're looking in the market for a kayak that's a bit lighter, easy to maneuver, come and look at the Hobie Mirage Lynx.